Well, budget cuts on the state level are causing major problems for the LSU Ag Center. This week, 40 employees lost their jobs due to layoffs. This week in Louisiana, Agriculture's Avery Davidson is standing by with Dr. Bill Richardson, Chancellor of the LSU Ag Center, to give us the latest. Avery?
Mike, as you mentioned, this is a tough time for the LSU Ag Center. Joining me now is Chancellor Bill Richardson. Dr. Richardson, got layoffs starting this week and more coming. What's it like right now for you?
Well, it's tough. Morale is as horrible as you might guess, and we're really concerned about the long-term future. We've had excuse me, we've laid off about 40 people have been given notices. That's always a tough thing to do. It's not something we're used to in higher education, unlike the business world who deals with these things all the time. And part of our response is we've lost about $20 million over the last 3 years. We can't keep doing all the things we used to do. We're having to make some very difficult decisions about what's important, going back to our core values, the core things for the Agricultural Center. And that means that of some programs and activities we've been doing historically that we just won't be able to do. Unfortunately, that means that when you start eliminating some of those, you got to deal with the people that occupy those positions. And it's been one of those gut-wrenching things nobody likes to go through, but unfortunately, with the environment we're in, that's what we're having to do.
With those 40 positions gone, what are some of the services that you're going to lose because of that?
Well, some of it's been a little bit what I call historical. We're going through a lot of the parish offices throughout the state where we've had civil service employees doing a wonderful job for us historically. As we've reduced those staffs by just attrition, we've had to go back and look at the support things we had, and so a lot of the positions have come in those areas. We're doing some things in our consumer and family science area where we're focusing on human nutrition. We think that's the area we can have the most impact on and the thing that most relates to our basic core research mission. And so we've got a number of those programs we're eliminating. Family financial management, some of the stuff we're doing in early childhood education, we're going to be pulling back on, and we've had to give some notices in those areas. Many of those folks we've been able to move over into 4-H positions or in other roles, so we can, because very good people doing a wonderful job for us. It's just a matter of something that we no longer can afford to do and maintain quality.
I know that when speaking with parents, 4-H seems to be the one place that touches every single home in the state and across America. What's your commitment to maintaining 4-H as we know it?
4-H will be a core program for the Ag Center. We're going to have a 4-H agent minimum in every parish. Dr. Correll and I are committed to doing this as we are with ag agents. Some parishes will have more. We get a lot of local support for the parishes, which helps keep the staffs going. But I just saw a wonderful newsletter yesterday from Orleans Parish, what we're doing with 4-H in Orleans Parish, which is not considered a rural agrarian parish. And got a great staff down there doing some wonderful things, and it's really good to see what's happening in those areas. And we're going to continue to do those. The Orleans Parish Council under Ms. Clarkson is supporting us and giving us new office space. So we're just encouraged to see all the good things that are happening. It's just too bad that we're having to deal with the nasty side of the world economy, the state of economy at this particular time.
2012 is going to be a new year. What are your hopes for the next year for the LSU Ag Center?
I never think I'd say this, but to have a stable budget right now would be very nice, just to be able to know here's what money you've got and here's what, so we can plan accordingly. And so our hope is that with the new legislature, Governor Jindal's been very supportive of what we're doing throughout the state, that we can get things stabilized and watch the economy recover, and we think that we'll have a chance back to reinvest back in what we're doing. But right now, just getting things stabilized where we can tell our folks, here's what's going on. The other thing that's very critical to us, extremely critical, is we've got to have a pay raise for our people. We're going 4 years now without a pay raise, and it's hurting the families that work for the Ag Center. And if we can do anything this year or the next session, we have got to do something to reward the people, because we've got folks, despite how difficult things are and how bad morale is, just working very hard to continue to do their jobs and not be able to reward them for that. A pat on the back's nice, but every now and then at the end of the month, they'd like to see something in that paycheck, and that's a real critical issue for us for the near future.
I know that's something that folks across Louisiana will be able to talk to their legislators about.
I hope they really do. We got a bunch of new ones, and we need to educate them.
All right, thank you so much. He is Chancellor Bill Richardson, the head of the LSU Ag Center. So, Mike, it's going to be up to people like you and me to contact our legislators and let them know how important the LSU Ag Center is to our lives. Back to you.
Avery Davidson, thanks.